Hey guys, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to do a comparison of two entry-level smartphones, the Xiaomi Redmi 1S with the ASUS Zenfone 4, the 4.5-inch variant. So these two phones have great specs for its price and compete with each other in the budget segment. So we'll do a comparison of these two phones with respect to the performance, design, build quality, the camera and the battery life. So first up, let's quickly see the specs of these two devices. So first up, the Redmi 1S, the Xiaomi's Redmi 1S is a highly talked about device, especially after the release of Mi 3, which gained huge success in India. So Redmi 1S comes with a quad-core Snapdragon 400 chipset. It has 1 GB of RAM. It has a 4.7-inch HD display and is powered by Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, and you have the MIUI version 5 on top of it, and it features an 8 megapixel camera with LED flash, and it has 8 GB internal storage, which is expandable via micro SD card. So this is a dual SIM phone, just like any other budget smartphone. Now talking about the ASUS Zenfone 4. So this is the 4.5-inch variant. So the Zenfone 4 comes in two variants. One is the 4-inch variant and the 4.5-inch variant. So we have compared the difference of these two variants on our YouTube channel, so you can check out that video. So this is the 4.5-inch variant. It's powered by a dual-core Intel Atom processor with 1 GB of RAM. It has a 4.5-inch FWVGA resolution display, and it's powered by Android 4.4 KitKat, and on top of that you have the Zen UI from ASUS. It also comes with 8 GB internal storage, and you can expand it via micro SD card. It also comes with the same 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. There is also front facing camera available on this device. So similar to other devices, this is also a dual SIM card phone. So now let's look into the design and build quality aspect of these two devices. So as you can see here, both devices have almost similar height and dimensions, although the Xiaomi Redmi 1S has a bigger display. That's because ASUS has done with some kind of design below these buttons, and it has a bigger bezels. So that's the reason the Zenfone 4, even though it has a smaller display, is almost the same size of the Redmi 1S. So build quality wise, we would say that both devices come with excellent build quality for its price, and there isn't really any compromise on the build quality, even though these are budget smartphones. On the whole, we would say that the ASUS Zenfone 4 has a slightly better design because it's pretty easier to hold than the Xiaomi Redmi 1S, and you can see that the weight of the ASUS Zenfone 4, which is lighter than the Redmi 1S for the size both these devices have. So overall, we would say that both the devices have a really excellent build quality, but since ASUS Zenfone 4 has a slightly better design, we would pick ASUS Zenfone 4 in this aspect. Now moving on to the display of these two devices, the Xiaomi Redmi 1S comes with an HD display that's 1280 by 720p pixels, and the ASUS Zenfone 4 comes with a FWVGA resolution that's 855 by 480 pixels. So obviously from the resolution you can say that clear winners is the Xiaomi Redmi 1S, because we seldom find phones with HD display in the budget category. Moreover, the display on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is really superior, and the Xiaomi calls this as a retina display with 312 ppi. So overall, the viewing angles are really good on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. On the other hand, the ASUS Zenfone 4 has a pretty decent display, but the display on the ASUS Zenfone 4 is highly reflective. Hence, the viewing angles are not really great, and also the sun readability. So all in all, the display on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is always better than the ASUS Zenfone 4. Two things: one is because of the higher resolution, secondly because of the display quality. Now moving on to the software and performance aspect of these two devices, the Xiaomi Redmi 1S comes with the Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, and you have the MIUI version 5 on top of it. Now we have already discussed about MIUI, which is really an excellent software and comes with tons of features to offer, with a beautiful notification center and lot of customization options. So overall, we would say that the MIUI is really fast. There isn't any issues with the performance. Now if you look at the gaming aspect of this device, one big issue with gaming is that this comes with only 1 GB of RAM, and MIUI takes up a lot of memory for it to work. So in turn, the amount of free memory available on this device is very low, and when you play heavy graphic rich games like the Asphalt 8, there are chances that it can crash because of the low memory. That's one really big issue with this device. So overall, the MIUI offers lots of features in terms of customizations and options, which is even not found on the core Android. But when it comes to heavy multitasking and gaming performance, the 1 GB of RAM is not really sufficient on this device. On the other hand, the ASUS Zenfone 4 comes with Android KitKat 4.4 out of the box, and is powered by the Zen UI. The Zen UI is really useful UI, and it also has a really beautiful notification center. This is really fast and fluid, and there isn't any lag whatsoever on the UI, even if you do multitasking. And the gaming performance on this device is also pretty good. We have done the gaming review of these two devices. You can check out our YouTube channel for more updates on that. So all in all, we would say that the Zen UI is really beautiful, as well as really performing, and there isn't any lag on this device, unlike the issues faced on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. All in all, we would say that in the software side, the amount of features and customization being offered, the MIUI wins, while on the performance side, that is the speed and the gaming aspect of these two devices, we would say that the ASUS Zenfone 4 wins here. Now moving on to the camera aspect of these two devices. Both the devices come with 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. So we have similar spec on the camera aspect. Now if you look in the UI, the ASUS Zenfone 4 has a slightly better UI in terms of features being offered. It has lots of modes available, along with filters and other options. The Xiaomi Redmi 1S does have really good camera UI, which we have covered on the Mi 3 as well. But all in all, if you take up a lot of features which is being offered in the Zenfone 4, the UI on the camera UI on the Zenfone 4 is slightly better than the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. But having said that, the photo quality is slightly better on the Redmi 1S than the ASUS Zenfone 4. While the ASUS Zenfone 4 isn't bad in the camera quality, but it's like a mixed bag. There are some areas where the Redmi 1S wins. There are some photos where the ASUS Zenfone 4 wins. So all in all, we would say that both the devices have really good cameras for its price point, because we don't really see too many phones in the 5 to 6K range with great camera quality. So both the devices come with pretty decent, or you can say above average camera quality, and there isn't really any winner here, because both the devices have pretty decent photo capabilities and come with 1080p video recording as well. Now moving on to the battery life of these two devices. Both the devices have pretty decent battery life. While the battery life on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is slightly better than the ASUS Zenfone 4. The initial reviews we did on Zenfone 4 and 5, we found that with Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, the battery life was not that great. But with 4.4 KitKat, there is slight improvement in battery life. But all in all, we would say the battery life on the Xiaomi Redmi 1S is better than the ASUS Zenfone 4. So now we have talked about a lot of aspects like the design, display, software, performance, camera and the battery life. So which is the better phone to choose in this price point? The Xiaomi Redmi 1S is priced at 5,999, while the ASUS Zenfone 4, the 4.5-inch variant, is priced at 6,999. So while the Redmi 1S does look pretty good in the specs and better than the ASUS Zenfone 4 in terms of spec, the ASUS Zenfone 4 is also really good performer. The area where ASUS Zenfone 4 really wins is the performance, because the Redmi 1S does have an issue with performance with 1 GB of RAM. So overall, in terms of comparison, in the display and the software side and also the battery life, the Redmi 1S wins, while in the design and performance side, the ASUS Zenfone 4 wins. So that's all with the comparison of the Redmi 1S with the ASUS Zenfone 4, the 4.5-inch variant, also codenamed as A450CG. So if you have any specific queries regarding these two devices, you can just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. Hope you like this video, and if you like this video, you can just hit the like button and also subscribe to your YouTube channel for more updates. And finally, thanks for watching this video.